and welcome to another AB Talks. I'm delighted to be joined today by Nick from Solarix. Thank you, Nick, for joining me. How are you doing today?
Very good. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you. Very good.
So to start with, why don't we just talk a little bit about Solarix itself, the firm, what is your aim, what are your objectives?
Well, Solarix Ventures is it's a hybrid. It's a multi-family office, so we co-invest with families, but it's also a business incubator. So we find great talent, great founders, great projects, and we polish them, get them ready for co-investment with families. So we're international. We have offices in New York, in Vienna, in Barcelona, in London, and through our affiliation with Unite and the private investment group, we do quite a lot of stuff in the Middle East as well.
What kind of companies are you targeting as part of your incubator?
That's a good question. I think we're not too early. We're not sort of super early where we're backing somebody's dream. Nice, as an entrepreneur myself, over sort of 30, 40 years, we tend to look for companies that got product, that have actually got the product in the hands of a potential consumer. And that sort of helps, if you like, give you a feeling of product market fit. Are they onto something? To get capital behind somebody who's just got an idea is very difficult at the moment. And there are specialist lenders that do all of that sort of stuff. But for us, we look for companies that are at the beginning of that hyper growth phase. They have a product, they might have some customer revenue, and they're just ready to explode. And we particularly like biotech, medtech, synthetic biology, which is fascinating because it's accelerating past Moore's law by about 500% for the last 15 years. So the stuff that's going on in frontier biology is just hair-raising. And we do a lot of quantum computing, artificial intelligence anything really. And we do a bit of fintech. We do a bit of immersive technology around data mining and crypto mining, what have you. We do touch that from time to time. But by and large, we're looking for sort of frontier technologies, stuff that will have a profound impact on people and humanity.
So we're having this conversation in Dubai, obviously, at Unite Dubai. Why the Middle East? Why are you here? Why are you here in the Middle East?
I've been coming to this region for some time, and we've been doing a lot of family office activities here. And, the region is just special. They deploy more capital than anybody else. They are tech crazy. They love their tech, but not just to invest in it. They love to deploy it. They want to use it. So this region. They want to be the biggest, the best, first, and therefore you've got a very friendly ear that is pretty tech savvy. You've got all the big sovereign funds here. You've got the families. And a lot of other people here that just get tech and why it's important. And that's why we're all here, isn't it? Because it's a fab place to be.
And very attractive from attracting an investor point of view. But the startup ecosystem itself, your thoughts there on the startup ecosystem in Dubai and in the wider UAE?
It's a sort of I've got mixed emotions about it, really, because I think it is a vibrant community. But it's not a cheap region to operate in. It's quite expensive. So if you come here as a founder, like you go to Hollywood, I've got a script and I need to find the money and somebody's going to sort of change my life, If you arrive in Dubai and you don't have a bit of capital, you don't have a strong idea and you don't have a network, I guess it's the same in any city. It's tricky to break in. But I think, if you look at the whole GCC, the biggest factor that is holding them back is skills. So there's a big effort by the government and the various people to put more energy into building science and research parks, into education, what have you. And you may come here with a great idea, but can you get the programmers and the developers and the AI specialists and the machine learning specialists? And the answer is they're in short supply. So I think it is a vibrant community here. They're trying really hard, but essentially inexpensive resources and skills is the one thing that the area, the region could do a little bit more for.
More talent as well?
It's a difficult one, really, because I think a lot of the real talent doesn't know how to get heard. You know, it happens everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, we like founders that see the world differently. We like founders that are a bit crazy. And the advantage of that, of course, is we can wrap them with help and support and structure. But we really need, and I think that's why this region is also a bit special, because it has the potential to throw up some real talent to build the next. I guess really, this region needs a couple of unicorns, doesn't it, to really put their stamp on the world to say, you know, built here. I mean, Africa have got a few. I mean, there's a few here tonight from Africa. Unicorns, big play. The rest of the world seem to have, you know, their fair share. But yeah, I think, it will come here. But it's a blend, isn't it? It's like a recipe. It's all of these things to make a great meal or a great pudding. You know, it needs to come together. And I sometimes think that some of those elements, you know, it's timing as well. You know, it's still a relatively new infrastructure here.
So my final question is all about Unite Dubai. What are your thoughts on the event as a conference, as a platform for building more relationships in terms of unlocking new investment, new trade and new economics? And what are you looking forward to later this evening?
You know, there's a lot in that question, so I'll unpick that a bit. So I think the first thing is it's all about talking. It's starting the conversation. And I know Alistair and Obi, you know, we've talked about that at great length. And it's not about just having gatherings and meetups and events, you know, because this place is the center of, you know, conferences at the moment. But it's not for the sake of it. You need to change the mix. You need to curate the audience, and you need to create it in a way that means that you match. So you match the projects, you invite the key sponsors and the brands, and match them with the people with the capital to have that intelligent debate and intelligent conversation. When we did the last event here, the backdrop was very much philanthrocapitalism and humanitarian. This one is still about foreign and direct investment, foreign trade, how to do business together, and how to spot that next opportunity. So I think it's a good format because, you know, the events can be a little bit samey, and, you know, you have to change the mix a bit and I think this is a perfect combination of, you know, we're here at an amazing, you know, golf resort. We're by the side of the water. We're outside because the temperature's, you know, nice at the moment, not too hot. But it's that mix. And the last event was enormously successful because you get the room talking, and people who would normally probably not ever be given the chance to meet and start the conversation. So my hope is more of the same. It's going to be lots of conversations, and you never know, might get some deals done.
Oh, well, I look forward to seeing that. On that positive note, I thank you very much for your time, and look forward to seeing you at the event later tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Indeed. Thank you very much.